Guys, I can't make this up. I have gone out 3 times now since the new year. 3 times myself to go fishing for myself, and I've tried to film every time. And tonight was the first night that I actually did, and I went out with John, and well, typical me. I mean, like, every time I go out with him, I forget something. And I forgot my GoPro and everything for the GoPro in his truck. So I'm gonna do the unboxing. I did not want my first video of the new year to be an unboxing, and at this point I don't know if it is. I don't know if this is the first video or if I get the GoPro back in time. I don't know, but we're doing an unboxing. As you can tell, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, it's massive. That's probably what I named this video, is a massive unboxing. It's already unboxed, obviously, as well. I just want to show you guys what I got, and I don't know, I mean, like, maybe Kirby's to blame. Kirb, maybe you're to blame, and you're the reason that I have not been able to get a video done yet, because he keeps hounding me about Trash or Pass. And he's not the only one, and I appreciate you guys loving that series so much, and just wanted to hear my thoughts and opinions on some baits. So, tomorrow, I'm going out, and I'm going to fish quite a few of these things, and give you guys my first impressions, and tell you what I think about them. That's what Trash or Pass is. If you're new here, I know the unboxing videos bring a lot of new people, so I am Oklahoma's Worst Angler. Welcome to the channel. But Trash or Pass is literally just me giving you my first impressions about a bait, and if I like it, if I think it passes, or if I don't like it and I think it's trash, you know? Or if it's kind of in the middle. We've had some in the middle ones, and we've had some trash ones, but a lot of pass. And it's a lot of lures that I just like, I've wanted to try out, I've wanted to test out, and see how they stack up. But anyways, let's get on to this unboxing, and I'm just going to kind of pick stuff up off the table and show you guys what I did and what I got, move some stuff around, and yeah, let's get into it. Let's roll the intro. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! It's a whale! 9/11. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's. Alright, so let's just jump into this. I'm going to start with some terminal tackle, some of the kind of boring stuff, if you will, and show you that I finally got some Suspend Strips and Suspend Dots. I've never had them. I've seen them used. I've used them plenty of times as well, but I've never had my own. So I finally got some Suspend Dots, Suspend Strips, Tricks, whatever. Finally got some. Now the strips I actually like, especially for my swim baits. Glide bait in particular, like the Bait Sanity Antidote. This guy right here, I love this glide. It's a great, cheap, not cheap, but inexpensive glide. However, when you're going a little faster with it, it tends to nose up. So what I want to do, I've already put one Suspend Strip on here on the bottom right there, which did help it kind of sink down a little bit faster. I don't know if you guys can see that on there. Hopefully you can. But I'm going to put one up on the nose right there, right under the nose, and hopefully that'll help kind of even keel that out so it doesn't nose up quite as much. Truth be told, I could be using too heavy a line on this as well. That does play a lot when it comes to glide baits and ones that are not exactly very heavy. This is maybe 2 ounces, not very heavy when it comes to the glide bait, you know, side of things. But I'm hoping that Suspend Strip will help kind of even keel that guy out. The dots I got specifically for jerk baits. You know, see them used a lot on jerk baits. Used them myself, but again, never have had my own. So I got those so I can finally be stocked up. And you know, it's wintertime. These will come in very handy, especially for some of those slow rising jerk baits to help kind of hold them down, or the deeper ones and help bring them down just a little bit deeper too. If you guys don't know what these are, they're just adhesive weights. Peel them off, stick them on the bait. You can take them on, take them off. That's what they are, adhesive weight. Other terminal that I got, I do not know proper size of swivels. These are apparently size 8s. I just saw that they were large. I saw they were 40-pound class. these decoy swivels right here, and you can tell they are very, very tiny, very, very small. So I do not know. I mean, help me out in the comment section. Tell me the size range of swivels that I need to be looking at. I just wanted something a little bit bigger. I'm still going to run these for some of my smaller spoons, but you know, bigger spoons, bigger blades, stuff like that. I need something just a little bit bigger, so please help me in the comments. Tell me lower number, bigger size. Help me out. Just, I'm clueless, okay? But we'll give them a shot. The other things that I got here from Queen's Tackle, or Queen Tackle, is the switchblade. I got the large size and the switchblade, and what this is literally, I mean, you can tell it's like a chatterbait blade, a vibrating jig blade that you can attach to any other jig. And I did go out tonight, like I said, and I've already put this on. If you follow me on Instagram, you guys probably saw the Gorilla Swim jig from Beast Coast. I put this on there and very impressed. That actually vibrated just like a vibrating jig or a chatterbait. Now, like a jackhammer, not quite. Very close though, very close, but I did not do much fishing with it. I will tomorrow. Trash or pass on these guys right here, you know, or just a bait review or a tackle review on these guys will be coming up. But I was very impressed with them, and I want to know, will it run true? You know, I want to put them on some of my other swim jigs and just give them a little more action, a little more vibration. That's why I got those. Now, obviously, I got a new A-rig. I have been eyeing this A-rig for a while now. And this is from Geekrack. This is the Stealth 7, and it's a very cool packaging, but very cool A-rig in the sense that this thing, they call it the Stealth because it's a anodized metal. It's black, so it's going to be a little less visible in the water. But the entire design of this thing is pretty unique. As you can see, this right here has got a swivel joint on it right there. Hard wire up top, but it gives a whole lot of action to this where you can really pulsate this thing quite a bit. 7 blades, 7 swivels. Now the nice thing about the 7 swivels is if you're in, you know, a state that has regulations, you can put dummies on there if you want to. I think there are some states that have like wire number regulations. We don't. I got the 7. That's what I wanted to do. Now the other reason why I got the 7, normally I wouldn't have bought this thing, but I did put in for that Rico Blend giveaway that was happening with Tackle Warehouse, and I didn't win, but they did send me a 20% off coupon. So all the stuff that I'm unboxing today, except for Beast Coast, I got a 20% discount on, and it was still part of these 7 days or the 25 days of Christmas. So new A-rig, Geekrack Stealth 7, 7 blades. There it is right there. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty interested to see how it does. Normally, I'm a Flash Mob Junior kind of guy. I mean, that's the extent of my A-rigs. You know, I've thrown harvesters before, but gonna give this guy a shot, see how it does. Stay tuned for that. Now, sticking with the A-rig stuff, you guys know in my last unboxing, I got some of the Dirty Jigs tackle, 1/8 ounce Matt Allen tactical bass and heads, but I did pick up some 1/16 ounce Okashira heads, and I got these in Tennessee shad. I got 3 of those guys right there because what I will do is I will run 6 of those 1/8 ounce Okashira heads on the outside of this rig with a 1/8 ounce head in the center and a bigger swim bait. That's what I like to do. I like to kind of alternate. If you guys are throwing A-rigs, alternate up the baits. Don't make them all the same. Have something to kind of break it up just like a jig, you know, add a little contrast, break it up just a little bit. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a Strike King fanatic when it comes to their plastics. I absolutely love Strike King, love their stuff. So I did pick up some of the Raid Shads. I've never thrown these, I've never even had any, but I'm a topwater fanatic. I mean, if you bass fish, how are you not a topwater fanatic? But I picked up some Blue Shimmer in the Raid Shad and some Smoky Shad in the Raid Shad. Normally I take these out of the package, but last time I shot this, it ran on for 45 minutes and I don't want to talk that long. So I did pick up some baby Rage Craws as well. I've got a plethora of Rage Craws, but I picked up some of the baby Rage Craws, got them in Blue Craw. Blue Craw is probably my absolute favorite color when it comes to a craw as far as like a jig trailer goes. I got the baby Rage Craw because I want a little smaller profile for wintertime with still a little bit of action. I know a lot of people say less action the better in the wintertime, but anyone down here in the south knows that this winter is nothing like winter right now. It's so weird, it's so wild. So something to give me kind of a smaller, more compact profile, still a little bit of action to it. Baby Rage Craw. I picked up some of the bull worms. Okay, I picked up some 8-inch bull worms from, you know, Strike King. Obviously, I don't know why I said that, but this is the Tackle Warehouse Green Pumpkin, and honestly, I don't know what makes this Tackle Warehouse Green Pumpkin different from another green pumpkin, except it looks a little darker and a little more natural, like kind of brown. So maybe that's what it is. That's a little bit darker. I don't know. Tackle Warehouse. Maybe you guys can let me know. Also, big shout out to Trey at Tackle Warehouse. Normally when I do a Tackle Warehouse order, I spring for, you know, the overnight or the 2-day shipping. That's because I'm impatient and I just spend that extra money. When I did this order though, I completely spaced it, called him up, got him on the phone. He found the order, he called me back, they took care of it. I mean, it was coming from 2 different warehouses and they still got me the overnight. So shout out to Trey for taking care of me. That was some excellent customer service, man. I appreciate that very much. The other bullworm that I got is a color that I've never seen or never tried, and it's Prism Shad. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to unbox stuff or like take it out of the package, but this Prism Shad is very cool, very different, not your typical worm kind of color, you know? So I'm all about, you know, showing these fish something different, doing something a little different. So I picked up the Prism Shad. I'm kind of interested to see just how it does. Shaky head, Texas rig, anything like that. But it looks good, and I think it's probably going to get bit pretty well too. So last thing from Strike King, I finally got my hands on a chick magnet. Okay, Debo himself, the chick magnet. Now the only color they had in stock was root beer, which I was completely okay with. I love this root beer kind of pattern. I've got a Spro Little John 55 flat side crankbait and chartreuse root beer, and it absolutely kills in one of the little lakes that I fish quite a bit. So new addition to the flat sides for me, the Strike King chick magnet. We might have to do a trash or pass on this guy as well. Root beer color. Now Bass Pro has got pretty much all the colors, so if you're looking for them, Bass Pro in Tulsa / Broken Arrow has them. So let's talk about baits that I don't know, was never really comfortable with last year, especially starting out, and have become staples. And one of them would be a lipless crankbait. And I've got a lot of lipless crankbaits, and honestly, the Jackal TN50 is what really pulled me in and got me loving, well, the TN50 and the TN70 really got me loving the lipless crankbait again. However, because the Magic Man was on sale, I picked up one of the 13 Fishing Magic Man 65. This is the single pitch, okay? The single pitch, these are sharp, sticky hooks. So I've got a lot of lipless crankbaits that have, you know, multiple rattles to them, but I do not have a single pitch. So I was pretty stoked to get my hands on the single pitch right here. I think this is called Epic Shad. Some people will call it American Shad. About threw that right into my thumb right there. But the 13 Fishing Magic Man and Epic Shad. Get right there. Looks good. Sounds good too. I am excited to throw this guy and see how it does. The other bait and style of fishing that I was not comfortable with last year, and really the year before, and gained a lot of confidence in last year, is the jerk bait. Now this guy right here, this is the Daiwa TD Minnow 120. Now you can see, I mean, it's been used, it's been worked over, it's been beat up, it's missing a hook, that split ring is completely mangled, and that is because I've been going out and catching stripers and hybrid with this. We call them hybrid here, wipers, white bass, striper hybrid. We just call them hybrids. But the Daiwa TD Minnow, this guy, no fault to the bait whatsoever. I had a striper on here that I just could not get a hold of, and she thrashed so much against the ground and so many times that she eventually just completely mangled that split ring and broke that hook off. I forgot the hook at the dam too, so bad on me. Don't yell at me for that. But the TD minnow, it was on sale. This is a silent, essentially silent crankbait, but it has got the tungsten weight transfer system. And this is one that I could just get out a lot further into that current and really tear them up with this. So that is the Blue Mirror. I think it's called Blue Mirror. Some people will call it Pro Blue, but all that scales on there and just kind of that prism, that holographic, this thing was absolutely tearing it up. So, like I said, I was not comfortable with jerkbaits. I've become a lot more confident in jerkbaits, which is why I ordered so many more jerkbaits. I picked up a Provoke from 6 Sense, Provoke 106. This is American Shad, and again, I'm not going to take it out of the package, but American Shad. Hopefully that can turn up there and show up in the video without too much glare on that plastic. I picked up the highly coveted Stunna. This is in Stunna Shad. So I picked up one of the Stunnas. I kind of sprung here, and I got a 110 Max LBO. Okay, I might get a lot of flack for that. This is not one that I will throw from the dam. This is one that I will be throwing from the boat. But I like those bigger profile jerkbaits. I feel like the bigger profiles get bit more. I think the bigger profile of a jerkbait draws in more fish. So I sprung for that. They're not cheap. I know. I mean, hate on me all you want, but I had to get it. I had to give it a shot. Speaking of big profile jerkbaits, I picked up the Rapala OG F18 specifically for those striper and those hybrids. Look at the size of this thing. Dives to about 12 foot. It is silent, it is balsa, and I have not thrown this guy just yet because, as you can tell, it's got some beefy hooks on it. It has some very beefy hooks, and I need to make sure that when I do throw this, I've got a rod with enough backbone to really drive those hooks in there. That's why I have not thrown it yet, but I'm pretty stoked to throw that. Huge profile, like I said, deep diving jerkbait, and that is one that will be thrown at the dam and, you know, hopefully not lose it. But I feel like we've kind of figured out a pattern down at the dam. We've been doing pretty good on catching some striper and some hybrid. Now again, more jerkbaits. I picked up another ripstop, and I've got a ripstop deep, the ripstop minnow. Okay, I got this one in Houdini. I got a couple other ones, like I said, I got a ripstop deep, which actually got hung up at the dam and had to break it off, and then somehow John snagged that line that it got caught on and got it back to me. So that was one in a million. I probably won't throw that thing again. I figure it's good luck, but I will take it out with me. But got another ripstop, like I said, regular ripstop minnow size, and then I did order a few more of the TD minnows from Daiwa. I got the bone white, and I got the ghost IU or the sexy IU, or just regular IU in the TD 120 Daiwa minnow, or the TD 120 SP, and then in bone. You can't go wrong with bone. So I picked up a few more of those. I'm just throwing everything down here in the box because I'm gonna pack for tomorrow as soon as I'm done with this. Also going to try out some new fishing line. I was pretty impressed actually. I picked up some Sunline Super Fluorocarbon in a big spool, like 660 yard spool. I was very impressed with that. So I went ahead, and because, you know, I had a discount, I picked up some Sunline Assassin in 12 pound specifically for jerk baits. And then I picked up some of the 16 pound Sniper. I have used Sniper before. It was an older spool and it still worked well, so I want to pick some more of this up. But 165 yards on a spool for Sniper. It's going to go on my 100 size spool reels, so I can probably use that entire spool for both of those reels without overfilling them too much, especially being 16 pound. I think they'll be good. Stay tuned. I'll give you guys my thoughts on the Sniper and the Assassin. I mean, like I said, I've already used Sniper. I was pretty impressed with it, so I will at least give you guys some feedback on the Assassin. I picked up a blade bait as well. Or not a blade bait, but a spoon, a tail spinner. I guess it would be a tail spinner. I was gonna take it out of there, but also on sale, the Jackal Daracoup. Got in 3/4 ounce. 3/4 ounce because I have been doing a lot more deep fishing, a lot more deep water. So I wanted something that's gonna get down there pretty quick. And the tail spinner, and give it a shot. I mean, I've never really thrown many of the tail spinners, but I do know, that smaller profile, it's gonna be good for multi-species as well. So picked one of those guys up. Also decided to try a new underspin. Now you guys know, like, I love these spin tricks from Blade Runner, but the Sandtone Lures Zaldane Z-Spin was on sale, so I got the albino. I got a couple of these guys actually. I'm not going to show all of them to you, but this is the 1/2 ounce 4-aught hook. The albino is a painted white blade. So, like I said, trying out a new underspin 4-aught hook. Good for those like Largo shads, those bigger profiles, or like the Spark shad, the 4-inch and bigger 4-aught hook. Very good swim baits, and pretty excited to try this guy out and just kind of see what I think about it. See if it compares to the spin tricks, or if I think it's better, on par, worse. We'll see. Now I know I'm kind of flying through this stuff, and that's just because I want to, get packed up and not keep you guys around here for too long. So many things when it comes to unboxings, it can get boring. So, like I said, I just want to kind of fly through this. I made a big Beast Coast order. They were having a closeout sale on the Marauder Craw, so I picked up quite a few of the Marauder Craw. I have quite a few already. I've been stocked up on Marauder Craw for a long time, but when they close out at Beast Coast, it means they're no longer making them. That's because they've got new plastics coming out. I'm pretty stoked for them. I'm hoping to partner up with them this year as well, because I love Beast Coast. Absolutely love Beast Coast. They are my go-to when it comes to jigs. Speaking of jigs, the AP Assault jig, these guys are on closeout as well, and I've already got quite a few of these guys. It is a great heavy cover kind of grass jig. I picked up the Green Pumpkin Pro from them, and this is it right here. So I picked up a 3/8 ounce and I picked up a 1/2 ounce, and these have got that double wide weed guard on there. Very wide, very robust weed guard, and a very big stout hook. That is a Gamakatsu Sea Wash hook on there, and like I said, I got 3/8 ounce and a 1/2 ounce in those guys. So back to the Marauder Craw. I got Toxic Bug, which is June Bug. I got a couple packs of the HD, or the BC 420. The BC 420, so this color right here, you really cannot tell in the light or on camera, but this thing comes to life in the water. It comes to life, it's fantastic. I think this is one that I pair up with a dirt bag, yeah, dirt bag color of their jigs, and it's awesome. It's just a killer natural presentation kind of craw. Bite it down a little bit, make it a little more compact, but it's a big craw. It's great on a straight Texas rig as well. So I got a couple packs of the BC 420, a couple packs of the HD Watermelon Red. This is another one of those craws that comes to life. I mean, this thing looks green pumpkin and watermelon like a typical watermelon does, but it comes to life in the water. This thing just goes red. And springtime, a little bit of wintertime, whatever time of year this is, who knows. I can't call it really winter just yet, knock on wood. But this thing comes to life. The HD Watermelon Red. I picked up a couple packs of the Trick as well. The Trick, I've used this guy more so as a standalone Texas rig. I think it's a great bluegill imitator. And then I did pick up one of the Dirty Bugs. Yeah, Dirty Bug. It's kind of an Okeechobee craw. It's a green pumpkin with a black and blue fleck to it. Kind of a two-tone color. I love the Dirty Bug, but I really picked up 2 packs of each of the ones that have done me the best, the ones I've fished the most. And then I picked up some replacement skirts. So that's the Mint Shad. This is Sexy Texan. Sexy Texan has probably been my #1 producing color of jig. Just straight standalone jig. Picked up those. Picked up a Fire Craw. Picked up a Thunder Shad. Now the Mint Shad and the Thunder Shad, I'm going to put these on a couple of my jackhammers. Older jackhammers, skirts are kind of, wearing down on them. I want to replace the skirts. I want to put these guys on there. because those skirts are phenomenal. I think they're some of the best that are out there. And then I picked up Rayburn Red as well. So I stocked up on a lot of Beast Coast stuff. You know, whether I'm partnering up with them this year or not, which I'm hoping to, we'll find out. I don't want to jinx it or anything, which I probably already did by saying that. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep fishing Beast Coast stuff. I love their gear. I love their jigs. They are, like I said, they're my favorite jig. They're my go-to jig. So stocked up on their stuff because I believe in them. I did pick up one of the very controversial baits of last year. Picked up the Ghillie. The Berkeley Ghillie. And the only color that they had in HD was the warmouth. So this is one that I am going to pull out of the package because I was pretty darn impressed with the color, with the paint on this thing. The warmouth, HD warmouth. Hopefully that camera can really pick it up. If it can't, well, we're going to do a trash or pass on it. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and first impressions of the Ghillie. Multiple rigging options on these guys. I don't know which way I'm going to rig it up just yet. I might try both out and just see what it does. I don't know. But I did pick up the Ghillie. Finally got, you know, some of those. I've talked to Bailey about them a couple times. Bailey's my buddy, Serious Angler Podcast. If you guys are into podcasts, go check out the Serious Angler Podcast. Give him a little plug right there. But good dude, solid dude. Told me to check those out and see what I think about them. Now, like I said, topwater fanatic. It's not topwater season, but I did pick up a couple of things. I picked up a Yozuri pencil bait because if you guys, you know, have been around for a while, I have never really thrown pencil baits before. So I picked up the big 135 pencil popper from Yozuri. This thing is, I mean, a little over an ounce. 1 ounce or, yeah, it's a 1 ounce. Not quite over an ounce, but big old pencil popper. Gonna get a lot of big bites on this thing. I'm pretty excited. I like the fact that it's got that prism in the middle of it, and it's got that one single knock. It doesn't have a single knock. I'm an idiot. Big old ball bearing knock in the back with a little bit of rattle to it. But pencil poppers, gained a lot of confidence in them the past year. Want to give them a shot. Now, a long time ago, I picked up my first clate bait, and I picked up the baby muskrat, is what I did. So I went ahead and I got the water vole, this guy right here. The water vole, this is 1 ounce. It is a big wake bait. It's 8 inches total, 4-inch body, 4-inch tail, but it's only 1 ounce. So this is one that you can throw on like a heavy power rod and still get that big bait presentation without having to get the big bait equipment. So I'm pretty excited to throw this, and honestly I might even throw it tomorrow. With the weather how it's been, who knows? It might work. But I love topwater. I love wake baits. I love big baits too. So we're going to throw that guy. 100% we'll be doing a trash or pass on the clate bait water vole. And if I can find the baby muskrat, might take that out as well. And then last but not least, I did pick up a new glide bait. I picked up the Bait Sanity Explorer Gill. Now this is one of those hot new glide baits that are out on the market. I've heard some guys say that this is one of the best bluegill glide baits that are out there, which that's a pretty big brag, okay? I got a couple of buddies in particular that have the Buka Gill glide, and I figure why not just go ahead and stack them up and put them side by side and see how they do. But I'm going to do a trash or pass on this. So this is the Bait Sanity Explorer Gill glide. I don't know. I mean, long name, but soft PVC tail or I don't know what you call that plastic. Soft tail. It's got bumpers on the hinge. I guess we can go more in depth when I do the trash or pass on it. But I'll show you what comes in the package because I got the slow sink. I got the slow sink on this guy. Now, it comes with 2 replacement tails. It comes with a standard color tail that's already on there, and then it does come with a little bit of a chartreuse dip tail as well. If I can get out of the back of the package here without ripping it up. Yeah, it's okay. Little chartreuse dip on the tail right there. And then I did also pick up the Hatch Match 3.0 paddle tail in bluegill. So these tails, I don't know why I'm showing you. I'll show you in the trash or pass. anyways, guys, one more thing. They actually include suspend strips. They call it the Submerge, but they're little tungsten strips that you can put on to your Explorer Gill Glide and alter the sink rate is what it is. You can alter the sink rate even though it's a slow sink already. Alter it. I don't know if they put it in with the floater or not. So, I mean, someone chime in if you've already seen this and you've seen it in the floating version. If they put it in with the floater version, let me know. Tell me I'm an idiot. Whatever you want to do. But that's it. I'm going to put all this stuff away. I'm going to pack up for tomorrow. I'm going to go out. First time getting out on my boat by myself in probably 2 months now. So, I'm pretty stoked. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, okay? If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. I'm done. I'm out of here. Packing up. Gonna go to bed, wake up in the morning, and hit the road. I'll see you guys next time we're on the water.